way into the office to prepare for the Teachers Podcast episode for today. This is going to be a hot one, so I'm getting ready for that. And I was just riding and thinking about what I could share with you that will really serve as an instrument of empowerment. And there's so many different things. There is a saying that success leaves clues, and it does. If you want to learn about success, you must observe successful people. You must be attentive to the characteristics associated with success. Successful people read a lot. Successful people tend to wake up early in the day, normally before the sun rises. There are obviously some exceptions, but those who are the exception have very unique approaches to life and are immensely powerful and relentless grinders. They're putting in work, and it probably means they're going to bed quite late. But successful people are more likely to be connected to more successful people. The more people you are around who think like you, the more people that you are around who are headed in the same direction or have already arrived at a stage in life that you want to be in, those are the people you need to have in your circle. You need to construct a circle that is conducive in producing the things that you desire to have in your life. There's another saying that says that you will be the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around. So then you have to ask yourself, who do you spend the most time around? And you must make a concerted effort to spend time around people who are doing well. One of the beautiful things about what I do at the highest level at the Visionetics Institute is the people who come to me for my flagship programs, which are the packaged programs from 12 weeks to 52 weeks, especially those that are part of the platinum programs. Those people are successful already. In at least one area of life, they're successful enough to be able to pay for those packages. So what that does is that automatically puts me consistently on a weekly basis in front of people who are doing well in life. While they're coming to me to help them, they are already in the right mindset. They're already doing something exceptional. They are just focused on taking it to the next level. That automatically puts me in a situation of that. And then even the people who come to me and are looking to make shifts in their lives, they're not there yet. They come with a desire that brings a type of energy that I love. I love being around people who want something and are hungry for something and are intent on getting something. It reminds me of me. And I love being around those people. So I don't judge success by how much money you have in your bank account. I judge success by how well you are progressing or your mindset towards progression. So I've got different people in different stages doing different things, but the one thing that has to be in common for you to consistently remain in my presence is you've got to have a mindset that is pushing you towards being a better person. I can live with that because the drive is what I connect to. It's not where you're at in your bank account. It's not where you're at in how productive or profitable your business is. It's not where you're at in how many degrees you have. That's not it. Those things come. Those things come when you've got the will and the drive and the force and you're fixed and you're committed. Those things come. What really, 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 truly matters to me, do you have the commitment? Are you waking up every day and making a decision to be better? Those are the people I want around me because those are the people that are going to eventually get to where they want to get. Those are the people that are going to have the energy that is at the frequency that I demand in my life. And those are the people I give my time to. So yes, there are times that people come to me and during that initial consultation, I pick up on some things and I realize, yeah, you can afford to pay me, but you're not ready to put in the work. You don't have, and I will tell them I don't think that we're a good fit. And anybody doing business for yourself should have the right to tell someone, I don't think we're a good fit. But, and you know, maybe you know someone that works with people that are in that space and you can refer them, but what you have to do is protect your space and understand when what you're up against. I'm not talking about a person that comes to me and they look like they've been through it, but they really, really, really are ready to change. That person I can go with. It's not where you're at. It's the mindset. Are you really ready to change? But see, you can get a person that on the surface looks like they got it all together. But when you listen to them start talking, you're like, oh no. Number one is, the reason I have such a high success rate, high 99 point percentage, is because I'm careful with who I work with. I want to work with people who really want to win. Doesn't matter where you start at, but you got to have a clear understanding of what it is you desire to do. And you got to have a clear, driven desire to want to win. But so you've got to make sure that you have people in your circle that are going to fan your flames, that are going to relate to you, that are going to take your energy when you pour it on them and do something positive with it. And they're going to reciprocate in some form or fashion. It is a true relationship of give and take. Those are things you have. You have to be willing to watch the patterns. Learn what makes people successful. And if you've got a real specific idea of what it is that you want, then you've got to be willing to find people who are excelling in that area and study them. If you're lucky, you may be able to get into their personal space and observe them. If not, more than likely, they're going to have enough exposure with the way we're set up now with social media and everything else, and online presences like websites and everything. They're going to be telling you how they did what they did. Somebody's going to interview them. Get that interview. Save that interview and watch it over and over again and pay attention to what they do. You have to learn, and there's no greater time to learn than now, but you've got to be an intentional learner. What does that mean? You're not just waiting on life to teach you lessons as things come. You're going out and purposefully looking for the things that are going to make you better in the areas that you need to be better in. And then you are moving forward in that. You are really, truly striving towards something. And again, to me, that's success. Success isn't simply hitting goals. Success is the daily progress you make in moving towards those goals. Every day should be some progress. Every day you should grow in some way. Doesn't mean you're not going to have bad days. Doesn't mean you're not going to have setbacks. It simply means that even in the setbacks, there has to be something you can look at and say, I grew today. And one way that I ensure that I grow is I read every day. I think the studies say if you read at least 10 pages a day, it will improve your performance in life in multiple areas. Just reading. Learn to read. So I had somebody tell me one day that I was talking to, and you know, I was actually picking their brain. And he said, okay, now that I've answered your question, let me tell you what I really think. I think that you are a knowledge hog, that you spend your time seeking and to learn, and I just happened to be the person that was most available to you at the time, and you came to me, and I'm almost wanting to believe that you probably knew most of the answers to the questions you asked, but you wanted a different perspective to challenge your thought processes and to ensure that you were thinking critically. He read me. He read me, completely. But that's, if somebody's going to assess me and call me on something, that's what I would want it to be. Man, you over here being a knowledge hog. You over there just sucking up anything you can get your mind around. And that's one of the things that gives me an advantage in different things that I want to do. Is because I've practiced it for so long, excuse the rain, it's one of those days. Because I practiced it for so long, I literally I've trained myself, my subconscious, my mind, my will, my spirit, everything to believe that if there's something I want to learn, I can learn it. So there's never a time I'm looking at something and saying, man, I'll never be able to do that. It just never happens. Matter of fact, when I was in high school, a woman who would ultimately end up being my 11th grade English teacher, but this was like maybe the 9th or the 10th grade. She had come across me by sole incident in another classroom and became enamored with how I moved and how I handled myself, and kept up with me. And she had caught me hanging out with one of my friends, you know, from the community, and she knew him, and she called me over and said, "Hey, I don't like you hanging around him." And I said, "Yeah, he's a friend from the hood." She said, "Let me tell you something. Be careful. Association brings about assimilation, and I don't want you to blow the opportunities in front of you." Now you're talking to a 15-year-old kid, right? Okay, and she wasn't talking about athletics, even though I was an athlete. She wasn't talking about athletics. She was totally talking about my mind. She didn't know. She knew I played sports, but she didn't know what position. She didn't come to the game. She wasn't that person. But what she did know is who I was intellectually and how I was able to move and handle myself in situations that the average 15-year-old couldn't. She had seen it with her own eyes. Then she leaned over after she told me association brings about assimilation. She said, "Hey, you need to understand that the word can't will never apply to you. Grasp that, and then watch what happens in your life." And I took it literally. I'm like, if I want something, I'm going for it. I don't care what anybody tells me. I don't care how many people say I can't have it. I'm not going to how many people tell me I'm not smart enough, I'm not big enough, I'm not white enough, I don't care what you tell me. I'm going to go get it. If I want it, I'm going to get it. And that's what I want to encourage you. I want you to really figure out what it is you want. You know, be specific about it. Stop being so nebulous or ambiguous about what it is you want. I want a better life. Well, that can be defined in a bunch of different ways. It needs to be clear. It needs to be something you can write on paper. It needs to be something that you can articulate to people when you're talking about it. It needs to be something that when you start saying the words, you get excited about it. Why? Because when you speak words, words create images. Images create emotional references. And those emotional references create feelings that you want to replicate. And it's a part of the manifestation process. You need to know what it is specifically that you're going after. And that is what I'm challenging every last one of you guys to do. Get in a circle of people who are like-minded or who have exceeded what it is you're trying to do, and surround yourself with those people. Study how they move. Find other people who are successful in the areas you want them to be. Find how they move. Advance yourself. One of the ways that you can improve your circle immediately is by joining the Epic Realm community of high achievers. It's a community that I created of people who are striving to get to new heights in their lives. We have some pretty exceptional professionals that are there answering questions. We have breakout rooms for mental health, breakout rooms for relationships, breakout rooms for aspiring business owners, breakout rooms for a number of other things. We're always open to answering questions. People who are in the group who have a level of expertise, have been qualified, and it will literally tell you on their profile what their level of expertise is in, and so much more. We're going to have weekly Q&A sessions. Matter of fact, we're having a Q&A session at noon CST time today. We do that weekly so that people can bring their ideas, their concerns and frustrations, and put them on the table. We talk them out. We provide support. This is a positive environment. Negativity is not allowed. These are going to be people that are going to encourage you. They're going to fan your flame. They're going to tell you that you can. And the link to join this group is in the description box. Obviously, I would like to work with a bunch of you guys, but this is one way that you're going to have consistent access to me. I'm in that group every day, sharing, answering questions, asking questions, and whatever. But I'm in that in every day, and We are doing a bunch of different things. This is an annual membership, and I'm excited about what we're doing so far. And the people that I brought in to help with this have great creative minds about ways to help people. And this is what it's about. It's about helping people do what it is they want to do. Now, obviously this isn't the same as working with me with a one-on-one, but it's definitely an opportunity to be in an inner circle that I operate in, where you're going to be around other successful people who are doing it and have done it. And I am encouraging you. Click that link. This is the greatest value you can ever come across as far as being in an environment that's literally designed to help you be successful. On that note, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Got to get to this office. I'm almost there and prepare for this podcast episode. And get ready for Q&A for Epic Ram, which is a couple hours, maybe an hour after hour and a half after I finish the podcast. So, look, it's going to be a great day. And you got to tell yourself the same thing. It's going to be a great day. I'm going to close out this month strong. I'm going to take March by storm. But there has to be something you're moving towards. It can't just be empty words. It can't just be you sitting there hoping. The Bible says hope deferred makes the heart sick. Literally, if you don't apply movement and action, an active plan to your hope, it will literally ultimately make you sick. The very thing that was meant to inspire you and encourage you will make you sick. You have to reward hope. And on that note, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for allowing me to invade your Saturday morning. And I hope you guys have an unbelievable day no matter where you're at. Hopefully it's not raining and cold like here.